Hey guys, it's a really rainy day today, so I wanted to figure out something I could do with you indoors, and I found the perfect project. I've gotten so many questions about growing indoors. Comment down below what you like to, if you've grown indoors, and what you like to grow indoors. I've done a video or two on microgreens. I'll put some links down in the video description to those videos. But if you want to grow something inside a little more substantial, then this is the video you're looking for. Now in winter here, we can grow 365 days out of the year. We're in zone 10A, 9B, but there are times when I can't grow things like lettuce, for example. This doesn't happen to be one of those times. I can't grow that outside right now, but in the summer and early fall, so like from June to October, I can't grow lettuce outside. If it does germinate, it bolts, goes to seed very quickly. So in the summer, I grow my lettuce indoors, and not head lettuce, but leaf lettuce like this. And I've been using this Letpot hydroponic system for a couple of years now. Now I do have some lettuce growing here. It is leaf lettuce because leaf lettuce is what will fit. Head lettuce, it's hard to grow indoors because it requires a lot of space. So these are leaf lettuces, and they are definitely in need of being harvested. And the great thing about leaf lettuce is you can just pick the leaves off, starting at the outer leaves and moving inward, but just go around to each plant, pick off the outer leaves, and the inner leaves continue to grow, and the inner part of the plant continues to grow and put out new leaves. And this works indoors and outdoors. So I actually sowed these lettuce seeds January 25th. I'll put up a picture of what they looked like on February 7th. And then here we are just under 30 days later, and we've got a full crop here. Now this could have been harvested, probably a week or more ago, but I wanted to leave it for this video. So for today, we're going to be doing more indoor gardening, but instead of this one, I've got a whole nother system ready to grow an indoor herb garden. So I've got some smaller herbs that would be better for growing indoors. I'm going to stay away from large plants. So I've got some dwarf sweet basil, chives, parsley, thyme, cilantro, and sage, which is pushing it size-wise. I will give you that. So this is the Letpot LPH Air, and it's really easy to put together. And what I like about this, if I'm going to grow or start a hydroponic system, because I don't have a lot of experience doing that. I did try a DIY method at my last house about 4 years ago, and it was a disaster. So if I'm going to buy a hydroponic system, I want everything included. I don't have to worry about anything except maybe seeds and water. And so that is what this system has. So I'm going to put it together. It's very easy, just right out of the box. So because this is a hydroponic growing system, of course, there's no soil. Everything is grown in media, in baskets. These are the baskets. They go into these holes. The growing media comes in the form of these little cones. The cone goes right down in here. There's a little hole in the top of it for the seed. And then it goes down in the water. It kind of expands a little bit. And the plant, see the roots, you see them there? All the roots grow out into that foam and then down into the water. And of course there's nutrients in that water. In addition to wanting something that is all-inclusive, I also want something that's got really simple step-by-step directions. On the back, there are two plugs. This one goes to a little pump that's in the reservoir, and what that does is that circulates the water, it oxygenates the water, it keeps the nutrients well mixed, and then the other hole is for the power cord. That's as difficult as it is to set up. So now, once the plants start to grow, you can raise and lower the light that easily. The next thing we got to do is make our nutrients. There's an A and a B marked bottle. And all we have to do is fill the bottles up with water. The nutrients, dry, are already in there. Let me fill them up real quick at the sink. All right, I'm gonna put the lids back on. And shake them up. And I'm gonna set these aside, and I'm gonna get the water to fill the reservoir with. All right, so we need to fill this with 4 liters of water. This is 2 liters. I'll get 2 more. Okay, so there's 2 liters already in here, 2 liters in here. Now we need, so that's 4 liters total. And now we're gonna mix in our nutrients. So we need 15 milliliters of each of these, A and B, to our 4 liters of water. That's basically almost a full cup. So that's A and then B. So there's enough in here for quite a few 4-liter fills to this. Stir it up and then pour it in. Maybe use a measuring cup that's a little easier to pour. I'm going to put the lid back on, and then we're going to put the baskets in. And then into each basket goes the little cones. And they'll kind of float for a minute and then expand and sink into the basket. And then we just drop our seeds into the little hole on top of the cones. Okay, I've decided against the sage. That's just going to be too big, and that will leave me 2 spots for each of these. So I'm going to start off with the basil, and I'm probably going to put in, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 seeds per little cone. I want to get them right into that little hole on top. Now this does come with labels. However, each of these has a very distinct look. I will know what they are when they come up. So I'm not even going to bother with the labels. It also comes with little plant stakes that you can stick in to the little spots here. So if you have a little tomato or a miniature pepper, you can tie them to the stake. Parsley and cilantro do look somewhat similar. So I'm going to plant the parsley next and then the cilantro all the way on the other end. And if I forget, I can look back at this video for reference. If you get too many seeds or too many plants coming up in each one, you can always thin them. Cilantro is another one that, you know, we can only grow here like in the dead of winter because any heat at all and it will just bolt, go to seed. So that's a great one to grow indoors during the warm months. Okay, now depending on what seeds you have, the system comes with covers, and it's got covers that create darkness, and it's got just regular clear humidity domes. So if a specific seed needs darkness to germinate, you'd want to use these, and you just set them on top. But these all are fine with some light, so I'm just going to put the humidity dome over them, and that just keeps the moisture in, which of course, as soon as you see germination, you want to remove these because too much moisture, just like growing in the soil, can cause disease. We don't want that. Power button. There's a light dimmer, so you can have it bright when you have the plants actively growing. You can have it dim when they are just right now at this stage. You can also link this up to an app on your phone, Wi-Fi enabled, so you can control it completely from your phone. I don't do that, and I'm using my phone right now to film this. So, but if you're a person who likes to, you know, do everything from your phone, you can do that. This light is also a 2-in-1. There's a veggie and herbs mode, and then there's a fruiting and flower mode. And so just pick the one that you're growing. Right now this is herbs. The lettuce was vegetables, but if you're growing tomatoes or peppers or something like that, or flowers, you can go ahead and click that mode for that. And then Again, you can just lower and raise this, so when the plants get this tall, we'll just raise it a little bit to keep it just a few inches above the leaves. As far as the light setting, you want to have the light on for about 16 hours a day and off 8 hours a day. Now, fortunately, these are LEDs, so they use a lot less electricity than typical grow lights. Now, something I love is right here on the front. You can barely see it. Right here, you can see the water level visually. There's also an alarm that sounds, it's an audible beep, when the water is getting low. Now that's perfect for me, because if I don't have something to remind me, then I'm not gonna remember. That's why everything outside is on automatic drip or sprinklers, and all my houseplants are on the verge of death. Anyone else out there like that? When you either see that the water level is low or you hear the beep, you want to do exactly what we just did a little bit ago. Take 4 liters of water and then a cap full of A and a cap full of B. And anytime you add these, it should be to the full amount of water. So don't just top up squirting a little bit in there. Right now, until that water is gone, it's the perfect amount of nutrients that that water needs. So from start to finish, this is a plug and play, no fail system. So I will keep you updated on the progress of my indoor herb garden. If you want to give this a try yourself, I'm going to link a discount code down in the video description. But right now, I think I'm going to take advantage of the other Letpot I've had growing for a month or so and have a nice salad for lunch. I'll see you guys next time.